Hello everyone! Today we're gonna talk about two things that are more connected than they seem: translation and metaphor. That's not only about how we translate words, but how we translate meaning, culture, and creativity. So get ready. But now, what is translation? Translation is the process of understanding a text in one language and producing an equivalent text in another language. So, we're not talking about just words, but about meaning. And that's so important to understand because sometimes translation is literal and sometimes it needs to be freer in order to keep the same effect on the reader or the listener.
I appreciate you coming down here, Mrs. Parr.
What's this about? Has Dash done something wrong?
He's a disruptive influence, and he openly mocks me in front of the class.
He says.
Look, I know it's you! He puts thumbtacks on my stool!
You saw him do this?
Well, not really. No, actually not.
On the other hand, what do you understand by metaphor? A metaphor is a figure of speech in which one thing is described as another, because they share a similar quality, but it's not literal. For example, when we say your eyes are the sea, that's not literal, but it means or share a feeling.
For your information, there's a lot more to ogres than people think.
Example?
Example? Okay, ogres are like onions.
They stink?
Yes.
No. Oh, they make you cry?
No!
Oh, you leave them out in the sun, they get all brown, start sprouting little white hairs.
No! Layers! Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers? You get it. We both have layers.
Oh, you both have layers. Oh. You know, not everybody like onions.
Now, how are translation and metaphor connected?
¿Tú conoces a Pimpón?
¿A Pimpón?
Sí, Pimpón.
Sí, es un muñeco muy guapo y de cartón.
Sí, se lava su carita con agua y con jabón.
¿Con agua y con jabón?
Sí, se lava la carita.
Se lava la carita con agua y con jabón.
Okay, I'll tell you. Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Yes, I know the Muffin Man. Who lives on Drury Lane?
Well, she's married to the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
She's married to the Muffin Man.
So we can say that translating metaphors is a real challenge because metaphors usually don't have a direct equivalent in another language. So the translator must decide whether to keep the original image, adapt it, or replace with a different metaphor that creates the same emotional or cultural effect. So in other words, we don't need to use the same expressions because they are different in different countries. They have different meanings and different feelings depending of the place. So we don't need to say the same things exactly, but we can change some words or some expression but creating the same feeling. To understand better, here I have an example. Spill the beans. It's an English metaphor that means to reveal a secret. It is translated literally into Spanish as derramar los frijoles, but it doesn't make sense for us. Instead, in Spanish we use a different metaphor, like soltar la sopa, to express the same idea. So we can see that we don't need to use the same words to express the same idea, and we can change some expression but maintain the same feeling or the same meaning. Now, you could think, why is it important? And actually, that's so important because translating metaphors is not just about translating words. It's about translating culture, emotion, and context. This This is essential for people from different countries, languages, and cultures to understand deeper ideas and messages. But I think now is your turn. So write a metaphor in your language and explain how you will translate it. But remember, literal translation is not always the best option. Thank you for watching my video.